gonna be good enough. Hello. I feel like I ain't comfortable, y'all, or something. I don't know. Like, maybe I need to sit on a pillow, or I feel short when I don't sit on my leg and then my shit start falling asleep. Good evening.
Good evening.
It's about that time. That girl said, yo, you a capper, ain't it? You just crossed, didn't it? Let me stop acting like a Memphian. Hi. Y'all listen, come on in. And feel free to, share. So today we are discussing heartbreak. And I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all right now, this was Kaylin's idea, because I'm about to get on here and spill out my guts. I'm going to cry. This one had never been my idea, because, baby, I am a crier.
I'm a crybaby, too.
Baby, when I say I cry. I hyperventilate. I can't breathe. Almost panic attack type stuff. I just want to let you know. So, I'm just rolling with this, because my friend want to roll with this. And,
I think it's a good topic. I think we don't really hear about men's perspective of heartbreak enough. I think we don't hear. So I want to hear a man talk about heartbreak. I'm like, we don't talk about this.
Well, I'm done.
I'm Kay.
And this is Triggered. All right, y'all. So go ahead and jump in the comments and let us know about your absolute worst heartbreak. And y'all know we keep it real when we come to the couch. So don't even be afraid. Because we tell our business.
We tell all our business.
I mean, y'all ain't got to be like us, but I'm saying,
oh, yeah,
share.
Yeah, share, right.
Share. Kaylin, when was your first heartbreak?
My first heartbreak was when my high school boyfriend had another baby on the way. That shit broke my heart. That shit was...
Hey, BL.
Hey, and I found out on Valentine's Day. Let's keep that in mind. And it was the worst Valentine's Day to this day. And I remember Danielle found out her boyfriend was cheating on her the same day.
Oh, wow.
So we were both sitting at home crying the whole Valentine's Day. It was just the most fucked up day ever. That was my first heartbreak.
Jason, I see you putting names in the comments, baby. I'm not playing with you. Because this be on YouTube. That girl probably going to see her name up in these comments. Right. But that's fine.
What was your first heartbreak?
My first heartbreak from romantic love, because my first heartbreak happened when my cousin was killed. I never felt the pain like that. I was 14, but from romantic relationship came in college. Robert Snipes Jr. Lord rest his soul. That man took my heart, put it in a blender, and made a smoothie out of it and gave it back to me. And I let him. I drunk it. It was horrible.
What it tastes like?
Like dumpster juice and cat piss.
Sewer. Shit disgusting. Yep. What was your worst heartbreak?
He was my worst heartbreak.
First and worst.
It was the first and the worst. I think because it was young love.
You had nothing against you, no vices. Everything was happy.
Yeah, it was young love, and I was trying really hard, and I thought he and I were in the same space with it because I didn't ask for the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have kept it what it was. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted it to be more, and then
disappointed.
Woo!
My worst heartbreak was my relationship after my kid's father. When we broke up, I couldn't even talk. I was like, people like, what's wrong? I couldn't get it out. Like, I had no voice. Like, I cried like the man died. I'm for real. It was like a funeral for about 2 weeks, at least. And Shamika was like, something's wrong. I haven't talked to you. I'm like, baby, I can't talk. I'm glad I didn't have a job because I wouldn't be able to go to work. I'm glad I work from home.
I feel you. I totally feel you. Stacy up in here, she know what my heartbreak was like, because we used to sit up in the dorm at Rudolph Hall at TSU and cry together. But we're going to bring our guest in, and we're going to get a little male perspective about this heartbreak. We have joining Neil. I feel like you need like a drum roll.
I know.
Come on, IG. Now what's this? FB.
You say adding.
Tim say it's adding you, but it's just adding.
Okay, there you go.
That's connecting.
You sideways. Okay.
What's up, y'all? What's happening? What's happening?
What's going on?
What's going on with y'all?
Nothing. We were just sitting here discussing our first and worst heartbreak. What was your first heartbreak and your worst heartbreak?
The first one was actually the worst one for me because I was in a space at the time where it was all about her. Like it was her. I ain't care about nothing else. I mean, of course, I was working, making money, doing all the normal shit, but like it was her. Like, and it was one of those things where it was like, man, I don't want to do nothing else. I want to be with her. This it. Like, and this was early in my life. That's the crazy part. Like, that's the part that make it a little tricky for me because it was early in my life. But when when it happened, and we you know what I'm saying, when she broke my heart, for lack of a better term, it was like, damn, man. Like, I don't want to do shit. I don't care about nothing. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to be around nobody. But then, as I've gotten older, of course, things have changed tremendously. But like, she smashed the homie. You know what I'm saying? So you smashed the homie, it's like, damn, like you could have fucked any other nigga you wanted to. Like, I wouldn't even occur. It wouldn't have been nothing.
I am dead.
Yeah.
Women really do
that? Yeah, they do. Hey, what you think is here? They just like us. They get hot too, and be ready to do whatever. Like, so, but she smashed the homie or whatever, and it's one of those things where it's like, all right, you smashed one of my niggas, like, it's zero tolerance for it. Like, you hurt me. That's the worst hurt you could put on a nigga, like, if you smash one of your homeboys. So she did that. And after that, man, I was hard on every girl I ever dealt with after that. Like, I'm talking about, it was mine. But I was heartbroken. So every girl was going to be a victim to me because of what she did to me. Like, I blamed her. I blamed what she did to me for every other shit that I dealt with after that. Because I done had other girlfriends after her, of course. But, like, for me to lock down and be serious and shit, it was a whole nother type of situation for me to do that. Like, I would have had to be, man, yeah. I had to be for real about it, but I wouldn't because I couldn't be.
You know something, though, Tim? I think that I could be wrong. I could be biased. But I think that men do that a lot more than women.
Me too.
Punish the people that come out.
And let me be clear and say this. That's wrong as hell. I should have never did them girls like that. That's wrong as hell. They ain't did nothing to me. Literally, they did.
Did you?
Yeah.
You apologize?
I did. After a while, a few of them I did. I apologize because I know I was wrong for what I did, but I wasn't trying to be in a relationship with none of them either. So it wasn't like I was doing all that and I was trying to be their dude. It was more like, because after she did that, I didn't have a girlfriend for probably 5-6 years or maybe longer. Like, I didn't want a girlfriend because she did what she did. I was scared as hell because I felt like if I got another relationship, this shit can happen again. And I'm not even blaming my partner. This is what I want y'all to understand. I'm not blaming him. I'm not, because both of y'all are wrong. I'm not it's equal blame. And when it comes to that, y'all equally wrong.
Is this your partner?
My nigga to the end of the world. Love him to death. To this day. To this day.
Wow.
Yeah, to this day.
Okay. Let me ask that, Kaylin. If
nah, but here's the thing. But listen. Right. But now here's the thing. I understand where you coming from, Dawn, in regards to saying like, damn, that's fucked up. I don't know if I can't really for you, damn, that's fucked up. I don't think I can fuck with that person or whatever, be cool with them. I get that. But my reason for still rocking with my dog is because first and foremost, we were young, like not super young, but we were young and we was doing what we was doing, and niggas had girlfriends and doing all the other stuff they shouldn't have been doing anyway. But I look at that like this right here. You wrong, but he had the decency enough to say he was wrong. She never did that. She never told me she was wrong. She never said, oh, I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have done that. She never said that to me. Now, my partner, he did that. I of course, immediately went like, oh, yeah, we still rocking, we tough. Over time, we got back to where we once were when we were younger. It wasn't right after, yeah, you smashed her. Nigga, we straight. Hell no, it would have never been that. Like, we could never be cool right after you to hit my girl. Hell no, nigga. But as time went on, we got cool, and we still are cool to this very day. But now, her on the other end, I don't wish no ill will towards her, but that's her loss, man. Because, I mean, shit, we good over here. You know what I'm saying? So
that is wild.
Yeah.
That is so wild.
So, I mean, like I said, I think every grown person should get their heart broke early in their life, personally. I think it should happen early in your life, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason I feel like you should get your heart broke early is because it'll help you learn how to love people when you get old enough to be in love for real, like when you know it's for real. Because think about this: if I wouldn't have got my heart broke then at that early of an age, because I think I was like 20, 21, so I was still young. I was in my 20s by like 20, 21 when it happened. I'm almost 40 years old, and I've been with my wife for 6.5 years. I know what love look like. She burnt me bad by doing me like that. But being in love now, in this very moment, yeah, I'm glad she did that to me. Because if that shit would have happened to me today, like a few years ago or something, I'd have been fucked up for real. Because if you get your heart broken the latter stage of your life, you're going to be fucked up.
Yeah, because you know what, now that you say that, I feel like maybe if I got my heart broken in high school, I would have really had the college experience that I was supposed to have. I was so busy in this relationship, college, being in a serious, being somebody's wife, being a stepmama in college, knowing I'm supposed to be somewhere at the Alpha Luau thought.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
There it is again. You were young and then it didn't happen. So I'm gonna to your point, Dawn. I'm gonna hit you with this one. When she did that, I went through the whole phase. That's when I was going through my whole phase. After I got my heart broke, that's when I was out here clowning. Because you fucked it up for everybody. You really did. So now every female is gonna be a victim. I don't want to, that ain't my girl. I don't care nothing about that. Because that's what it was at that time. So, you know.
Who heart was broken. And I got with him after his heart was broken, and he really shitted on me. Now my heart was broken, my feelings were hurt, and I was just like, what did I do to you? Like, why did you treat me like that? Like, why?
So what's the difference between feelings hurt and heart broke for you?
Well, feelings hurt, and I had to think, that's why I had the conversation yesterday. Feelings hurt is something that it kind of attacks you, like, it's kind of fleeting. Like, oh, it hurt my feelings to see my boyfriend hold another girl's hand and walk away. But I can kind of bounce back from it. You know what I'm saying? That's something that wasn't a personal attack on me. It wasn't something gonna affect my day to day. But when this same dude 2 years later had a baby, he had a baby on me.
Ooh.
That broke my heart. That broke my heart because we just had our baby. My baby was 2 months old. So I'm thinking we're trying to do this, and then I found out on Valentine's Day you have another baby on the way, and you couldn't even tell me. I found out from somebody who found out from somebody who told me.
Lord have mercy.
You know that's okay, always for right. Always going down. And the person called me on 3-way with the person who knew, like, this what she said. Like it was one of them kind of things. So that crushed me. It was like one of those things that you really can't. You have to figure out how to pull yourself out of it. You're in a deep space, a dark space, and you can't. It's like quicksand. You can't really get out of that.
And then too. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kay. Go ahead.
You kind of get out of that. You should kind of pull yourself out of it. But that heartbreak, it's like someone took your heart, took a boot and put on your neck where you can't breathe.
So what are some of the symptoms of heartbreak for y'all? And I'm asking the viewers too. Y'all can jump in the chat. What are some of the symptoms of heartbreak? Like, what do you?
Man, you don't want to eat. You don't want to go nowhere. You don't want to do nothing. You want to be around no people. Because I'm gonna put it like this: it's like being in love is like having an addiction. It's like being addicted to something. You don't want to do nothing without that. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to do nothing. You just want to be around that person, and you're addicted to being around them. No matter what it is that y'all are doing, however great, bad, or whatever, you want to be around that person when everything is going. Like everything is based on what you're doing with that person. So that's just like a drug or addicted to attention or whatever. Like you don't want to do nothing if it ain't tied to what's going on with you. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, everything.
What about?
I went through like the stage of grief. Like I was like grieving. Like I was mourning. Like it was like, because I was mourning the death of their relationship. Like it was an end of an era for me. Like this is the end of we will never be that way again. Like that way of life that I knew with this person, it would never exist again. And I was grieving that. Like it's like it was surreal for me. Like I could not, you just can't believe that you and this person will be from that space to this space. It's like living in an alternate reality or something. And I just was grieving. I lost weight. I got down to 125 pounds.
When you start, Taylor? Look at Slim. I got down to 100.
Hey, well, look, I don't think I lost no weight or nothing like that, but I mean, just the feeling of not having that person was fucked up because you so accustomed to being around them every single day. Like, that's all you know. You know what I'm saying? And for that to be taken away or gone, it's like, shit. So
I lost weight. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't think of anything else but that. It was this weird feeling where I so badly wanted what was hurting me, and I couldn't even understand it. You ever been in a situation where it's like, you're what's hurting me, and all I want is for you to get it right?
Right.
Such a weird mental.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
that's crazy.
It's like a mental health breakdown.
Like you plead person who's basically crushing you to please not.
Don't crush me no more.
Yeah.
Please stop crushing me.
Some air. You're my oxygen right now.
I can't breathe. Yeah. But see, like I said, I was young at the time too for me, so that's why I think I'm glad it happened when it did. Because if I would have been 25, 26 years old or something like that, getting my heart broke, I think it would have been a little bit different for me because, of course, you get older, you're gonna be in a different space in your life. So that's why I say all the time, man, like I met my wife when I was 33 years old. You feel what I'm saying? And from 33 up until now, man, my life has been amazing. Like, I don't have a complaint in the world in regards to love and being happy, and I don't see nothing else. All I live for now with the love that I have is my wife and my daughter. So, like, I don't care about, they can't do nothing to me in regards to changing how my love is gonna ever be, because I got some love that'll never go away from my wife and my baby. Like, I know what that feels like. So at that point in my life, being young, yeah, I'm kind of glad I did get my heart broke. I'm glad because it helped shape the character and the man that I am now. Because if it would have happened, like I said early on, yeah, I'd have been fucked up. I mean, later, I'd have been fucked up. I'd have been bad. I'd have been bad.
It happened again to me in my 20s. My boyfriend had a baby on me.
Damn.
And that was, yeah. But you know what? It still didn't sting as bad as that very first one. That young love, that 19, 20, 21 love, that was the killer. That motherfucker knocked my head off my shoulder. that heartbreak knocked me down. And
because y'all were friends.
Yeah, we were friends, but also, like, I was really trying hard. And I'm one of those type of people in general that, because I do good, I expect good. So when good don't come to me, it's hard for me to understand, like, why is this happening to me? Like, I'm only putting out good, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was away at college at TSU, faithful. Don't they sound right?
No, that's retarded.
He was in
that's retarded. I'm just saying, like,
this man was in North Memphis at that. I should have knew.
You should have knew better. You should have knew better.
I was being faithful at TSU. I was turning stuff down at TSU. That's a mental illness.
Yeah, because it is. Because don't think about this. Think about all the shit you missed out on by trying to be faithful and shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, just keeping it a buck. Now, keep in mind, 20 years old, I was in college too. Now, I was locked in, and, you know, I ain't gonna say like I would have like be like, nah, I ain't gonna do it because I got a gas. Nah, I ain't gonna say all that. Let me be clear and say that. But the flip side to that is, it was like, my thought process was like, damn, if I do this shit, what's she doing? You think she doing this too? Like, in my mind, right? So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna do the right thing. And then when she pulled the move, I think the more the heartbreak for me with that situation, more than anything, she lied about it. Like, you never kept it a buck with me. Like, if you would have told me that, I still would have been heartbroken and been fucked up about it, because you mine. You can't be just going to smash no nigga, whether he my partner or a regular nigga. I don't care. It don't matter about that. I think the severity of it was so deep for me was because all I wanted was her. I ain't heard about nothing else. I ain't want to do nothing but be with her. Let's make this shit work. And then, you know, nigga was, after it happened, I had to turn the switch off within myself and be like, man, I ain't calling her. I ain't texting her phone. I don't want to be around her. I can't even see her. I'm straight. Like, somebody tell me something happened, man, I hope God bless her. I'm trying to, like, remove her out of my life. Like, I don't want no dealings with her, because if I would have slipped back down that road, I know exactly what it could have been for me. You know what I'm saying? I could have fell right back into what I was in because I was heartbroken. Man, it's gonna work this time. It's gonna be all right. She broke my heart, but we gonna fix it. No, fuck that. I'm out of here. Like, I'm out.
Have y'all ever known y'all broke someone else's heart?
I do. I have. Yeah, I have. And it was fucked up too. And it was my fault too. I gotta take responsibility for that. But I think after I got some clear understanding even about myself about that, what I learned about heartbreak, and it helped me now as I'm older, of course, or whatever, but man, you gotta tell everybody the truth. I broke somebody heart because I lied to him. You know what I'm saying? I lied about something I shouldn't have lied about. You know what I'm saying? So as I got older, I made a conscious decision, man. Lying come with emotion. So if you lie to somebody, you got some type of emotional attachment to that person, whatever that is, whoever that is. So for me, I ain't gonna lie to nobody. I'm gonna tell everybody the truth so there won't be no hiccups. Because personally, I done been in a room with about 5 or 6 girls I know I'm knocking down at the same time. And then nothing happened. You know why? But I'm being honest. You wanna know why? Because I ain't lied to nobody. I told everybody the truth. So if you ask me something about this girl or that girl or whatever, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna lie. When last time you talked to her? Yesterday. When last time you smashed her? Day before yesterday. Like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now, how you deal with my truth, that's up to you. Like, you got a choice on how you gonna take that. Now, your heart may be broke, you might be fucked up about it or whatever, but that ain't on me. You asked me a question, I gave you the answer, being truthful. Because if I lied, I gotta remember what I said, why I said it, who I said it to. And y'all smart, the species. Women, man, if you ask us a question, we know why you asked, you already know the fucking answer. You ain't asking because you don't know. You just want clarity.
Right.
That's it. Yeah, y'all just want clarity. Like, man, listen, I know better. I know better than lie to a woman. I was raised by a woman, but at the same time, I just paid attention to y'all my entire life. So get my heart broke. Like I said, I'm glad it happened. I'm thankful that she broke my heart. Really, I am, because now, man, I ain't got a care in the world. Like, I'm great. Like, life is great. Like, after being like in that situation, of course I was younger, but being in that situation, it helped me get to where I am now. Like, because I don't think I could have got to this place if I wouldn't have got my heart broke. I couldn't have been right here.
Heart got broken. I ain't grow from that shit. I don't have no stories about how it made.
I do though, like shit. I mean, you crazy adults. I ain't got no story.
I don't have any of that. I think because I have a tendency to harbor emotions. So once something stings me, it's there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, my boy having a baby on me still affects me, and he is dead and gone. Rest in peace, Coco. He is gone, and it's still feeling.
Right. I mean,
and everybody know my stepson is in my life. Only reason I haven't seen him right now because it's pandemic and my baby got asthma. But my stepson is in my life.
As he should be.
It's not the child, it's what happened to me. Like, sometimes I sit and think about, like, that really happened, and that still really hurts me.
Right.
It does.
And I think with heartbreak, like with that situation, him having a baby, it's like you didn't even consider me. You know what I'm talking about? You didn't even take into account how this would impact me. You weren't even being a good friend to me. Like, I thought we were better than this. I thought we were better than this. And when I broke someone's heart, I was being selfish. I was being selfish. I was lying because I was fearful of the outcome of the truth. You know what I'm saying? I was afraid to face my truth. And I didn't want to give nobody a choice. I wanted to happen the way I wanted to happen. I wanted to flow the way I want to flow. And the crazy thing is, I broke his heart. He turned around and stomped on my motherfucking heart. Once we got past me breaking his heart,
which you thought you got past.
I thought we got past. It was a boomerang effect, and what I gave him, I felt. Well, I don't know how he felt, but I felt 3 times over. So that taught me a powerful lesson. And I think a lot of times when people break people's heart, people don't think that person leaving them. They think that you have a.
I definitely feel like men move like
that.
Yeah,
I think that you feel this person love me so much that they won't ever leave.
Yeah,
I feel like men.
Yeah. Well, I honestly think, like, that's not just a man thing, because women feel like that too. Women think, man, I got that nigga, he ain't going nowhere. He can be mad. He gonna be mad. He'll sleep on the couch a couple nights or be gone 2-3 days. He'll be back later on this week and we gonna be back straight. Y'all think like that too, because exactly. But I also think too, y'all have a lot more than we do in regards to what y'all can have us do in regards to how y'all can make us feel in regards to what it is. Think about this, y'all. Y'all are women. Y'all are powerful beyond y'all even thought process for some of y'all. Some of y'all don't even know what kind of power y'all get. And I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. But I'm saying that to say, y'all can say, I ain't fucking with dude, I don't care, yada, 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 and go on about y'all way, right? dude be fucked up for a couple weeks, a couple days, or whatever. As soon as he call you, babe, I'm sorry. I apologize. I know I was wrong. Just take me back. Da-da-da-da-da. Now, depending on the woman, she might say, yeah. But some of these women be like, Mike, fuck, dude. I don't care nothing about that. Same thing a dude to say. Because the roles can always be reversed when it comes to that. Because heartbreak is heartbreak. I don't care whoever taking it. It affects people differently depending on who the person is. Because I know for a fact, man, if I wouldn't have did like that early on in my life, ain't no way in the fuck I could be sitting here having this conversation with y'all. Because that shit hurt. I ain't gonna act like it wasn't pain because a nigga sitting at home, I'm the most sociable dude in the world. Man, I don't even want to go outside. Fuck going outside. I don't want to do shit. I want to be in my house, in my room, eat my food, trying to eat my food or whatever, and try to get my thought process together and figure out what am I gonna do? Am I gonna keep moving in this direction to be with this girl, or am I gonna go on about my business? And I had to get that. You know what? Fuck this shit, man. I'm finna get back out here and man, do me. And doing me caused a lot of other shit to happen in my life too. But I mean, you know.
I was gonna say I only shut down like that with my first one. I was my first heartbreak. I was really broke down. Yeah. Every other I'm acting like it was a bunch of them, but any other heartbreak that I had after that, I was able to keep it moving. I never been broke.
How many
down
times has it happened, though? How many times you had your heart broke?
3.
Damn. You gangster, Don. I've been telling you that since I know you, but you gangster for that 3 times? Shit.
Yeah.
You made a steal, goddamn. Shit.
You know what? I wouldn't call the third one a heartbreak. It was something, but it wasn't a heartbreak because I feel like it's being repaired or able to be repaired. Yeah. I don't want to call the third one a heartbreak. Yeah. It was some really hurt feelings. Yeah. I take that with some really hurt feelings, but definitely 2 times for sure. Yeah. But at the same time, I got a dude right now, so this is my 4th boyfriend. Before him, I had
this motherfucker keep it. She said this is my 4th boyfriend.
My 4th. I don't make everybody my boyfriend.
Oh, I've seen other episodes. You definitely don't make everybody your boyfriend.
Yeah, we could be cool, but nah. So I had a boyfriend in high school. Okay. I had a boyfriend in college, and I had a boyfriend in my young adult years. Okay. And so my boyfriend in college was 2.5 years. Me and Coco was 6 years. And then the guy that I'm with right now. So the 2 before the guy I'm with right now, they definitely hurt me. They did. See, the one in college, I was so broke down about that one because the way he made me. Let me not say the way he made me feel, because he did the action, but he didn't make me feel anything. Mm-hmm. The feelings was. I felt like he chose somebody over me. It's nothing like feeling like you're second place or not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Not good enough. And the thing about it is, he went and did what he did, kicked it with who he kicked it with, found out she was not what he wanted, and he came back, and I left him.
Wow. Okay. And okay, now hold on. 2 seconds. Pause. Why you let him come back then? Why?
I loved him. I was still in a space where I wanted to be with him. I was broke down, and I felt like I needed him to repair that. Really, he did the most damage. See, hindsight taught me the most. In the midst of it, I couldn't see.
Right. That what love do to you. That what love do to you. Yeah. You don't see shit.
But hindsight taught me that I broke my own heart in this situation too. Not just him. I broke my own heart. The day that I let him choose somebody else, the day I let him have fucking a multiple choice. You know what I'm saying? You could choose somebody else, realize that's the wrong answer, then come back and choose the right answer, and I let you. No, I should have marked that motherfucking red like a teacher did.
I let 3 people do me like that. I let 3 people go choose someone else over me and let them come back. 3 people. 3 different people, 3 different times. I let them do that to me. I let them make me feel like I wasn't good enough and then come back and try to come back and make it hurt. And I think and make it like, okay, now you're a dude. Now I want to be with you. And I realized the last time I let someone do me like that, and people like, you block people. I block a motherfucker because I am a very compassionate person, right? So let's just say I don't block a person that cheated on me. I let them have access so they can call me. They call me like, I just want to talk and this and that. And I will let them back in because I be feeling sorry for people. So to make sure that I do not feel sorry for you, to make sure you don't have no access to me, make sure I can get you away from my motherfucking life, I will block you where we don't have to talk. And I think the one that I can talk, I like you pick a bitch that you been on for 2 months.
You all right?
Over.
Huh?
Look at it.
I like you pick someone, and I think a lot of times, like for me, I think you kind of mourn the friendship, because like you didn't know you known this girl what 2 months, 3 months, and then you go and make her feel like she it, and make me feel like I'm not, and she you know, put her up here like her feelings matter more than mine. Her thoughts of you matter more than mine, and that shit is crushing. I have a question
What's
for
up?
Tim. So when your friend smash your girl, did they call a rift in your friendship as well? Like your friend circle kind of split?
Well, not per se split, because I mean, for me, like friends, I don't use that word very, very lightly. Because if I say you my friend, you more like family to me, because I don't really do friends like that. I got people that I know. I associate with a lot of people because I'm a sociable dude. I've done a lot of different things in my life to, deal with a lot of different people. But I mean, I wouldn't say I didn't give him a side eye. I didn't look at him a certain type of way after he did that, because I did. I mean, again, I'm gonna say it one more time for clarity. We were young, but at the same time, man, you my dog. You don't do me like that. If it's a random nigga doing it, man, I can't say, man, that's fucked up.
Yeah, you talking about your friends.
The circle. I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna say it didn't. I ain't gonna say it didn't rattle the group a little bit. I will say that because it did. Because it's like you look at the circumstances, like, damn, dog, like you my dog, like you can't do that, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it shook us up a little bit, and like I said, it took me a while personally to even be able to sit down and have a conversation with him, because it's like, dog, you don't do that, because I look at it like this. If you know I got feelings for a girl or I fuck with her for real, she off limits, dog. Like, that's just what it's supposed to be. That was before I could, put that in perspective and understand that for myself, of course. But, over time, like I said, I was young and I had to learn and figure out, like, if this is what I'm going to do or this is what I'm going to rock with. Because I could have easily went back to her, even after she did that. I could have very well, I'm heartbroken, sad, I could have very well went back, but I got on some, man, fuck it. I'm finna do me. I'm finna be out here, whatever. And at the end of the day, how can I not look at what I did after this shit and not be like, damn, that was fucked up? Because like I said, I apologize to a few of those girls because I know I did them for wrong. But I never misled them in the fact of thinking like, you my girl. I never did that. But I did do some stuff like, made it look like, oh yeah, we rocking like that. But then at the end of the day, like, man, what you talking about? Like, you ain't my girl. I can do whatever I want. What you talking about? Like, all right, we ain't rocking like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like I said, getting your heart, bro, build character, man. Like, that's the best way I could put it. It builds character in a person. For most people, some people get fucked up like Dawn. Like, she like, fuck this shit. They ain't help me. It fucked me up and I don't care. But I'm saying, like, for most people, except Dawn is the exception. For most people, I think it helps people kind of shape who they are and learn how to love like another person, because you think about it, man, like you got to go through shit to understand. Experience is the best teacher. You got to go through something for you to figure it out. Because if you don't go through it, you can't. Dawn, okay, if you ain't go through this, listen, Dawn, check it out. So if you had never gotten your heart broken, and I'm not sweating your age because both of y'all look great for y'all age. But I'm saying, like, if you were a little bit in the age bracket you in right now, and you just not getting your heart broken, Dawn, that'll fuck you up. That'll fuck your whole everything. Like everything that'll fuck up everything, because you sociable, you like to be around certain people, you like to do certain shit. So how would you be able to maneuver if you get your heart broke and not knowing what the next day gonna bring, and then you have to see this person? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think so. But I mean,
I agree with that. I just don't think that it built my character or anything like that. I think it really, really hurt, and it caused some sore spots in me. Now, that's because one thing that I don't do, and I've never done, is punish the next because of what I went through.
Guilty.
So
guilty. Sorry.
I never do that.
Thing. I think
it's not though. I know some girls that got their heart broken. They went on a spree.
It is.
And they went on a spree.
That's
a human thing. Yeah. Right. That's a human thing.
I think about some women that I know, they turn straight beast.
Yeah, me too. I know a few of those. Like, woo.
Me too. That's a human trait, but I guess that I'm exceptional. Like I'm the exception on that one right there. Right. Like I never punish anybody. I come back to love openly. I come back and I love healthy. But that's because how I handle heartbreak though. Right. And so that's what we need to talk about. Like, how do you handle? Like, I know that. And I don't know if it's because I'm a counselor or whatever, but I definitely, and I tell people this all the time, that you have to grieve the end of anything.
Agreed.
You have to grieve the end of life. You have to grieve the end of friendships. You have to grieve the end of relationships. There is a process. You have to feel your emotions. Oftentimes, people try to ignore it and avoid it like it's going to go away. I remember when I broke my heart.
What's the last song? You try to sex it away?
Oh, yeah. One time my daddy, and I can't believe my daddy told me this, and it was just like too much for me. He was trying to console me when I was all crying and shit in college over Little Robert. My daddy told me the best way to get over a heartbreak is to get up onto somebody else. Nigga, don't you ever talk to me about
Hey, listen, though. To your dad's point, that's literally what I did. You see what I'm saying? That's literally what I did.
That's not work. I don't care what anybody.
I'm a living testimony. It worked, dog. I'm living proof.
That's not what worked. That's not what worked. Your wife brought life back. Your current wife brought that.
Yeah.
That getting up under.
Well, no, but that's temporary satisfaction, though. Keeping it a buck, though. That's temporary satisfaction, because I mean.
Because even after you smash somebody, it don't take your thoughts away.
Yeah, because as soon as I knocked her down, I'm still thinking about the heartbreak. Like, damn, what's she doing?
Hey, you probably cry.
Exactly. So I had to sit in my emotion. I had to let it happen. So I cried as much as I need to cry. I vented to friends as much as I needed to vent to friends. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to experience it. I analyze why I'm going through what I'm going through. I take accountability for what role I played.
Agreed. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. That right there, I didn't take accountability what I did, what I possibly could have done to draw her to do that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, that's human shit too. Because you think about it like this. If you're around somebody on a consistent basis and you know their situation or their circumstance and shit goes awry, I ain't saying that you supposed to be straight. Erica asked me, did I cry? Yeah, I cried. I did. I cried like a motherfucker. Sure did. I was fucked up. I was like, damn, man, how you gonna do that to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I cried, but it wasn't no everyday type shit. I did cry initially when it happened, but over time, I had to get myself back in the groove of like, man, fuck this, dog. Don't be down. You ain't no ugly nigga. You can move around. People know. You know what I'm saying? I had to get back into being who I was before I had got a girlfriend, because when I got a girl, I was so consumed to being with my girl. My appearance and shit was still straight down there, but I was more so gearing everything that I did around what we had going on at the time. So, but once that shit happened, I'm like, man, you know what, man, fuck her. I wish I could have smashed some of her friends. That's how I was coming, though. I didn't. I'm just saying. But that's how I was coming. I'm like, man, I should have hit one of her homegirls then. She doing me like that. But I didn't, of course. But, I mean, because over time, she started seeing, like, damn, this nigga, he over me for real. Like, yeah, man, I'm straight on you. Man, you ain't got to never call my phone. You got to text me. You got to do none of this shit. I'm straight. And when I'm going to tell you when it clicked for me. I came home from college, from Czech, the summer of my junior year. I came home for the summer, like the little 3-month break. But before that, I was cutting up. But when I got home, she seen me. I saw her out. And I went with no girl, I was with my homies. Not the homie that smashed, but I was with some of my partners at the time. And she was like, she walked by, she spoke, I ain't say shit. Man, I don't fuck with you. Because you don't get one time, you get one time to burn me. You get one time to burn me, and I ain't fucking with you like that. On the females, not just a female, but anybody. But at that time, like now, if I saw her speak, like I ain't got no ill will towards you, lady. That was many years ago. But at that particular time, I ain't fucking with you. Bitch, you could have been on fire. I wouldn't have pulled my dick out and piss on you. Like, I'm straight. Like for real. Like it was on some shit like that, because you not only did you do some shit that's unforgivable in my mind, man, you did some shit that you know you could have avoided. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't have to do that. If you gonna smash a nigga, go smash a nigga. I don't nigga that you see me with all the time. Like that ain't straight. You know what I'm saying? So now that didn't happen. Summer of my junior year, I come home kicking it, seeing her, because that was the first time I had seen her since the shit happened. Since I had, you know what I'm saying, since it had been whatever. Because I ain't talked to her, I ain't try to smash her no more. I ain't want no dealings with you, dog. I'm straight. So after that, I was like, man, fuck that. Man, care about that shit. I'm doing me. And this shit is great. Like, I ain't tied to nobody. I ain't obligated to pick up the phone, somebody calling, texting this shit, even after that. But I'm like, man, fuck that. Man, that's when I done what you said you missed out on. I had a great one in that regard. Like, the whole phase was great for me. But like I said, I feel like she pushed me into the whole phase. Like, she helped me go there because of what she did to me.
She pushed you down, or you just walked down your
Well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna hold myself accountable. So yeah, she nudged me a little bit. She gave me a little nudge. I went on out there.
Motivation going to the whole phase. That's what she did.
Yeah, she just gave me a little incentive to go on get it out of me. Go on do my 1-2. So I went on out there. But now let me say this. This is for clarity purposes as well. Yeah, I think going through your whole phase, that shit is important too, because it teaches you on what you want to do and what you want to do. Because think about this. If you went through a whole phase, man, you gotta, like I heard you done on another one of the episodes, you had a roster, had your little fleet and shit. That's cool. But that's 4, 5, 6 different problems, different egos, and all that. That's too much shit. That should get hectic over time. That should get hectic. Because you don't even know sometimes you arguing with dude about something, and then you argue with the other dude about the same thing you arguing with him about, or the girl. Like, how you, like, that shit too much, man. It should get
that's entanglement.
I'm not
well, not per se. Let me not say arguing. I'm just saying have discussions about certain things. And you had a discussion with the one dude about something, and then it came up in another conversation, not even intentionally. Man, that's too much shit to even be thinking about. So over time, I'm like, man, you know what? Let me chill out with this shit. Like, I ain't got time for this shit, man. This shit is a headache. But it took me a while to get to that point, like I said, because Dylan, I've also heard you and K both say it take men a little bit longer to get to that point of trying to figure out what they want to do. I didn't get to that point until I was 33 years old, but I had done a lot between.
Some men don't get that till 50.
That's unfortunate, I think, personally. That's terrible. You gonna wait till you're 50 years old to figure out what you're trying to do? Nah, don't wait that long. You're gonna be old in a motherfucker about it. It's gonna be too late. You know what I'm saying? Because I say that to say this as well, ladies. Like, I had a kid at 37. You feel what I'm saying? I had a child at 37 years old. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I had a child with my wife. I had no child with no girl I was cool with. I was just dating. That's my wife. Yeah. I married this lady.
Yeah. Nigga, I was cool with it. We ain't
you see where I'm going with that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because even when I was out there doing my whole phase, you know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I got to be around mine. I got to see mine. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. So heartbreak again. Like, I don't want to get, because say a nigga have a baby by a girl and it don't work out for whatever reason, right? I love her, dog, and she got my child, but she broke my heart. So now what? You see what I'm saying? Where you at now? You back, you know what I'm saying? So fuck that.
You feelings for you.
Yeah, that shit don't ever go away. Because here's the thing. I don't care what people say. The term baby mama, baby dad, all that stuff, I think that is the most derogatory shit in the world to me, personally. I do. That's my child's mother, or that's my child's father. Like, you ain't gotta, shit just it just sounds bad to me. That's just how I feel. But I'm saying that to say this. You can say that, man, I don't fuck with that nigga, I don't fuck with that bitch, this and this and this. Man, they gave you something that you'll never give away. I don't care how you feel about them. I don't. That don't mean nothing to you. That don't mean shit.
They romanticizing these baby daddies.
Nah, I'm not. That's the truth, dog. Okay. Now, as much as you and your son, daddy don't rock, right? Or y'all ain't cool like that no more. Man, he gave you something you can never get rid of or give away. He gave you some love you'll never, ever be able to compare to or fix or none of it. Man, you look at your son.
God.
Oh, so that's God. So God shot your club up. Okay, cool. We're going to go with that.
Okay.
All right, Mary. You know what I'm saying? All right, Mary. You done it. Okay.
God decided.
All right, we're going to go with this.
But Dawn made a poor decision in who was around her when God decided it was time. It was mama time.
Hey, so let me ask you a question. Okay, this for you actually. So when you got your heart broke, do you think you would have ever went back down that road if you wouldn't have, like, I guess, not per se second guess or thought about it a little bit more, like, well, he fucked up, but I'm gonna go back. Did you ever have a thought of going back to that person when they broke your heart at all, or no?
Yeah, we got back together. The first one.
Damn.
Then the second one. The worst heartbreak heartbreak I had, I was begging him to try to make it work. So I did. Like, I was in a very, it was sad. It was I look back, I don't even know that girl. Like, it was.
She said, I don't even know that girl.
I don't know, because she was so low and so desperate, begging this motherfucker to love me, to just be right. Like, we just can make this work. Let's be together. We going to, you know, like, just begging him, like, whatever piece of him I could get to try to make it work, I was okay with it. I was okay with whatever crumbs he gave me. That's how pathetic I was. That girl 7 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, I was that pathetic.
That you still thought about it?
Not just thought about it. That was the pathetic part. Because I'm okay with people trying to make it work. I'm okay with people trying to get retribution and be like, okay, we're gonna fix this. That was the issue. The issue was he really didn't want to fix it, but I was begging him to give me whatever he could give me. So just like somebody give you crumbs, like leave you crumbs on the table, you try to put the crumbs together and make a meal. This is what I was trying to do with their relationship.
What?
But you know what? The thing about it is that something that I admire about men, that sometimes we hate it and love it, right? Mm-hmm. Women do that a lot, try to make it work.
Yeah.
You can't shit on men like that. No. They get gone and they're not accepting it. And sometimes as women, we be like, men can't take what women can take. Why the hell are we taking it? We sound stupid even saying it.
Right.
Why don't we be more like men? Yeah. Why don't we be like men and cut the deck and protect our feelings more? We will keep jumping back into the same fire like that bitch ain't gonna be as hot as it was when we just got
what to your point though, Don, and this is from me as a man as well. Man, y'all the strongest being on this planet, if you asking me. And I'm saying that to say, like, all the things that y'all endure with life as a whole, like, that's some different kind of shit to me. Like, a lot of shit that y'all go through. Nigga be like, nigga, I got shot 9 times. Nigga, you ain't had a baby. No, real talk. And I say that because that's a different kind of strength. Like, man, you ain't been through nothing. Okay, you got shot 9 times and you survived. Man, talk to a motherfucker who pushed out a 10-pound baby and didn't take no drugs and all that kind of shit.
And I agree with you on that, but sometimes we're looked at as being strong based off the burdens that we
carry.
Right,
that's true. And that's true. That is true. That is true.
Alleviate some of this. And we don't want to be that.
And people get mad at me when I say that men date better than women. Men date better than women because men are going to do what's best for them at the end of the day.
Yep, they do.
They're going to do what's best for them at the end of the day. So if this situation was better situation, he's going to go with that situation. Yeah. And I think that that's what women don't understand. Like, we're trying to take some shit and make it a cake. We be like, okay, they gotta make it work. I put a little more sugar on this. Come on, give me some vanilla extract. This gonna work.
Or even if it ain't that bad as a shit cake. Or sometimes we'll try to do what's best for the union. Yeah. And make to do what's best for them.
But I think, but that's called settling. That's settling.
I think men don't get that unit thing till they get married. I think till a man get married, he don't have that community unit mindset. Once he get married, he really start thinking like, oh, I'm a husband and this is marriage and I'm not marriage. I think that women go in relationships be like, this is good for the unit. We good. This is good for. I'm gonna disagree with you in a sense because when I met my wife, I kind of knew where I was at with myself mentally. Yeah, I knew where I was at. So I think every dude before they decide to do that, like for his marriage and in a committed relationship, man, you gotta know where you at personally before you decide to do that. Right. And I say that because I could have very well went into my relationship with my wife still on the same stuff that I was on if that's what I was doing. But I knew when I found my wife, I was like, nah, man, that's it. Like, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I'm gonna tell you how I know it's it, Kate. I'm calling girls. Hey, don't call my phone. Don't text me. Don't do none of that. I'm out. Like, I'm talking about they mad. What you mean? I'm like, what I just say? Don't call me. Don't text me. I have somebody. I'm committed to my woman. And over time, I think a lot of that for me was big because I had done all that other shit. Like, I had lived like that for so long. And like I said, I had other girls that I would have said that was my girlfriend in that time frame, and she just really didn't work out or whatever. But at the same time, when I found my wife, I was like, yeah, you can go on cancel me, dog. It's over. I'm telling the homies and shit too, like, hey, dog,
Hey, man, we can go out, kick, do whatever, man. But if y'all got something working, I'm going home, dog. I'm straight. Go ahead. I ain't trying to do nothing other than, you know what I'm saying, kick it. So I just think, again, I just see somebody say in the comments, man, you got to go through all phases of your life to figure out how to deal with shit. Experience ain't nothing better than experience. Like nothing. I don't care what you do. Somebody can show you 100 times how to do something. If you ain't did that shit yourself, you would never be able to grasp that shit the way you feel like I feel like you're supposed to.
But I got a big
okay.
book. Okay?
She said I got a big book.
So I also think I agree with you to a certain extent, but I also think it's a certain level of schooling older people could do for us that we would actually listen to.
Yep.
Like, it's some shit that I shouldn't have went through with niggas that had an older woman or an older girl in my life school me to it. I would have, because I'm a type of person, I'm obedient, so I do listen. Like, I'm not one of them type of people who have to touch the stove to know it's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Teacher can teach me all the experience.
Yeah, like, it's a lot of stuff that I didn't go through, like, that a lot of hood girls went through, because certain stuff I wasn't gonna do because it just didn't make sense, or I ain't have to experience this to know I don't want it. Right. So I felt like I wish that there was some older girl or some older woman that helped to navigate me when I first started being in relationships, because I grew up with a mom and dad, different from a lot of girls around my way. But because I grew up with a mom and dad, I handled myself like a wife all the fucking time. I was going too hard.
But you also, because to your point, you emulate what you see. Like, your mom was a wife. And your dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you saw. So it ain't like it. Like you just said, you grew up in the house with both of your parents. I came from a single parent home. Ain't no man around. It's just me, my mom, my two brothers. My older brother, we 10 years apart. My other brother, we 7 years apart. So I ain't seen no man in the house. My mom ain't even rocking with no nigga if we ain't fucking with him. So ain't no dudes coming in and out of our house, so she ain't rocking with nobody like this. So to your point though, Dawn, like, that's great. And then on top of all of what you just said, you're a very smart girl. So it ain't like a nigga can try to pull something, you gonna be green and be like, oh, no. And nigga, I'm from the hood. I'm smart and I'm from the hood. So you can't just do shit to me and expect me to be like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Well, it's but it wasn't appropriate for those situations. I think that good trait works well for me right now in my age and my maturity in my relationship right now. But that's been 19-year-old Dawn.
Nah, that's true.
I ain't know that is 19.
I feel like that was my big, because I had 4 adult relationships, 1 high school relationship. So my husband is my 5th relationship. Okay. I feel like I always got in a long-term relationship. I was in a long relationship, then I got another long relationship, then I got a longer relationship, then I got another, that I was being my psych, and I always felt like I treated whomever like we was married. I approached the situation like we was married. I approached the situation like we was a team, and we're gonna do this, and we're building this. And I feel like that was my downfall, because even though I was on a team, they weren't on my team.
You come in with the wife mentality, like that's what you're looking for. You ain't trying to date somebody. You want to be your dude. That's my husband.
But the conversation when he was about himself. So I was trying to be the team, but shit, he was playing for the Lakers. Well, I'm on the Celtics. We weren't on the same team. And I feel like that, you laughing, but I feel like that hurt me financially. That hurt me status. That hurt me career-wise. That hurt me a lot of ways, because I'm putting everything I got into these relationships while they're building themselves up to be better. And then in relationship,
and then just leave. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
What, 4 times? I started from scratch 4 times because I literally was depleted in a relationship. And I would tell a young girl, don't ever do that dumb ass shit.
Oh, I am to young girls what I didn't have.
Me too.
Especially with me being a school counselor and a high school counselor. When I get my girls in my office, I talk real with my girls. I ain't Miss Drew. When I close that door and I'm with my girls, I am not Miss Drew. I am done.
That's good though. And they need it.
Tell you about they need that, because I know now that I needed that. Now they may listen, they may not. Right? Mm-hmm. But if they don't listen and they experience it, what their wife saying?
Let's jump these niggas.
But if they don't experience it, they will remember what I said, and then they'll try it my way eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, every opportunity I can, I'm going to school a young black girl because I think it's our responsibility to do better by each other.
Agreed.
You know, generation-wise.
Agreed.
You know?
I had this conversation with my wife recently, and I was just, not recent, but we talk about it quite a bit. I can't wait to have them conversations with my daughter, like them conversations about boys. Like, you can talk to your dad about that. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why we need to have this conversation, because I just think I want my child or my children, we have another child, of course, when we have another child, like, I want them to have an open door policy so those type of things won't go missed. Like you just said, Don, like when you in that room with them young girls, you giving them folks the real. A lot of times we had to learn this shit, again, off experience. We had to go through this shit to figure it out. Didn't nobody tell me how to love a girl or how to be with a girl. I was raised by a woman. My brother was a player. Like, he was in the street. He wasn't trying to have no girl and be around no girl like that. So I never really saw what a relationship looked like. Now, my wife, on the other hand, her parents are married. They've been married as long as she's been alive. So she knows what that looks like. So her being wife material, it makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? You grew up in the house with both your parents. You coming like a wife based off of what you seen. You emulating what you saw. Me, coming from single parent home, dealing with a bunch of girls, had my heart broken when I was young, like all this kind of stuff. But it tied into me being able to be where I am today, because she helped me be able to see that. Because at first, I'm gonna put it to y'all like this, Dawn, okay? I never thought I was gonna get married. Me? Get married? Me? Have a wife? Man, get the fuck out of here. A wife? Get the fuck out of here. Married? Get out of here. Nah, hell no. I never imagined myself having it. Now, at one point in my life, I did say, man, I want my own family, like my own family. Like, if I was dating a girl, we together or whatever, and we have a baby, and we just together, I was on some, yeah, I'll be cool with living my life like this. Did we get married? Cool, whatever. But I never in a million years thought that I would be like, damn, I'm finna get married. Like, because when I met my wife, I was through with the bullshit, though. That's another thing, too. Like, I was straight on dealing with all the shit I had been dealing with when it came to women. And I was like, well, all right, this is what it's gonna be. And I was at my wife for a long time, and she wouldn't even give a nigga no action. Like, wouldn't even talk to me. Like, wouldn't even talk to me. Nothing. So now I'm looking at this shit, like, in hindsight, looking back, I'm like, well, shit, I can't say it won't work. I know how to love. I got my own family. I got all the shit I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I just think everybody needs to go through some fucked up shit in their life. As fucked up as that sounds, you got to go through some shit to figure it out. Come on, Dawn. You can throw them down all you want. And, Dawn, you done been through some fucked up shit. And look at you now. You still straight.
I've been through shit, but I ain't grow from it. It just hurt.
I don't think everybody has to go through fucked up shit. I think you can see some other fucked up shit and be like, I don't want to.
That's true, too. That's true. That is true.
I think you can learn from that. Like,
I ain't got to smoke crack to know I don't
Right. Okay, Dawn, certain circumstances, we know we ain't going to do no dumbass shit like that, smoking no crack. But I'm talking about just in generality, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to say it again. Experience is the best teacher. I'm only saying that because if you ain't never been through something, how I'm going to talk to you about something, how I'm going to tell you about something if I ain't never been through? You see what I'm saying? We can't have no conversation about heartbreak if ain't none of been through.
Real quick, because we get close to time, I got to go ahead and do this raffle. You guys know that we are giving away a copy of the new book, Memphis Made. Shout out to Charlie. Shout out to Tremaine, the other authors, too. I'm going to put y'all names in the bucket. We got Tempest Haley, Nastasia Walker, Cotton Bradford, Jerica Barnes, Alicia, I don't want too many times, David, Nicole LaJoy, that's Tiffany. She won before, but wasn't in here to get her stuff, and Jason Calhoun. Now we going to shake it up. All right, Kai.
Oh, Jason
won that joint. Way to go, Jay. What he got, the book and the shirt?
He got the book.
Okay, Dumb.
He got the book.
Doesn't know he got the book. Okay, he got the book.
One item.
All right, one item. One item. Sorry, Jay. You got one item, dog. My bad.
I hope you enjoyed the book. I'm also gonna get myself a copy. We coming close to quitting time. Let's go ahead and get some last words. It could be about your heartbreak experience, or it could be how to move on and prosper from there. Mr. Neal.
The best piece of advice I can give somebody that has dealt with a heartbreak or dealing with it, man, you got to figure out what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to look within yourself and figure out if that's gonna be the best move for you is to continue dealing with that person and they break your heart, or if you need to move on. But that's a self-reflecting thing. You can't get there from somebody else. Nobody can tell you how to feel about somebody or what you know what I'm saying, what you're dealing with. But for me, I'm gonna just say this, man. Make all your decisions predicated on what's gonna be best for you, the person. Because at the end of the day, we can give people advice all the fuck we want. They still gonna have to make a decision on what's gonna be best for them. You can have as many conversations as you want with people. At the end of the day, they got the final choice. But make a decision based on what's best for you. And always, forward is the only motion.
All right, Kay, next word.
Heartbreak. Just don't stay there.
Ooh,
I know it's easier said than done, but don't stay there. Don't stay in that space. Figure out something find yourself. Like, you have to center yourself and pull yourself out of that space. Because being in that space and being in that sorrow or heartbreak is nothing there. It's nothing there but hurt. You know, you're constantly hurting your feelings.
Absolutely.
And figure out how to pull yourself in that space. You probably need a friend to do it. You know, me and Dawn been each other friends through heartbreak. I feel like that what really made us like close.
I agree.
We experience different levels of heartbreak. You want just relationship heartbreak. You have all kinds of heartbreak. And you got to be okay with being that vulnerable with a person. You need a person like that in your life to help you pull out your heartbreak. And don't tell nobody, God done put you through nothing that you can't handle.
I hear that. Go ahead, Dawn. I ain't gonna even get on that because that's a whole nother joint right there. Cause mine.
Just don't stay in that space.
As a counselor on the couch, I just want to say that understanding that heartbreak could possibly mean the end of a relationship, know that you have to grieve it. Yeah. You have to go through the process. So look up grief and look up the stages of grief, and it's going to make sense why you're going through what you're going through. Don't think that you can't move on fast from it. You have to feel that emotion. You have to understand that emotion. You have to process that emotion. Then you have to learn how to replace those negative feelings and thoughts with positive ones. You have to pull yourself up out of that struggle. It just doesn't happen. You cannot heal by replacing that person. So finding new bodies, it don't work. It is temporary satisfaction, like Tim said.
That's what it is. I feel great. It's awesome time, man. It's a good time.
So don't move on fast.
Take your time.
Fast from heartbreak. Allow yourself time to heal, not throw a band-aid on it, really repair. And the fact that you have to talk it out. You cannot heal in silence. You want to know why? Because sometimes the heart and the mind conflict. You'll be at war, baby. So talk it out, right? You need to say it out loud with somebody. You need to hold yourself accountable for the role that you played in it, for the times that you misused yourself. Apologize to yourself. Forgive yourself.
Forgive yourself.
Very factual.
Right? Sometimes we call ourselves now, I was stupid. I was this. I was that. Baby, forgive yourself. You was human.
Yep.
You were human.
Yep.
That you experienced was a human emotion, and you can move on from it as long as you don't stay there. You gotta pull yourself up out of grief.
And they just call you what's that lady name on the show? Fix My Life. Somebody just call you Ayala, whatever that lady name is. You are.
No matter how old you are, it's always a next.
Yeah.
We'll stay and let somebody come to break our heart over and over again. It is always a next. You can always, I don't care if you feel like you ain't got enough money, you ain't got the right look, you got too many kids, you done did all this with the next person. It's always a next.
It's always gonna be somebody gonna love your dirty motherfucking drawers.
It's always
it's to y'all point, it's somebody for everybody, and you ain't gotta live your life like that. You can definitely find somebody that's made just for you. Yeah, that's real.
But you gotta be open to it. And one thing, and don't let that make you bitter. Because it almost made me motherfucking bitter. Don't let it make you, because when I'm bitter, you can't let nobody in. You can't go to the next level. So don't let that make you bitter. Don't let that make you close up to the next. Don't ever let a situation or food on in their life make you bitter.
Yep. One thing you gotta do.
Yeah, that's my baby. Come here, Pooh. She acting funny. Come here, Pooh.
Y'all listen. Save yourself, especially if you're not married. And if you're married and you've been damaged for a long time, say
hey, Pooh. Say hey. Say hi, my mama.
Put your tape on. I'm not teach free.
What's her name?
Tamia. Yep. Yeah, that's her name. You want to go with mommy? Go ahead.
I get me a plenty of time.
Hey, Dylan, I need to. Well, I hit you offline, but I need to get your number down. I don't think I have your phone number. Kay, that's why you get them, because I got your number. So.
Okay. Yeah, I get pictures of the baby and the family.
I got you.
Hey, again, I appreciate y'all for having me on. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to, give my insight on things like what we talked about. Hey, as I told y'all, I said I was gonna say this, Dylan. You don't know this. Hey, what y'all doing is amazing, man. We need to do this more often. This platform is huge. It ain't gonna do nothing but keep growing, but more importantly, man, we gotta keep people informed like y'all been doing. Y'all been having some amazing topics. I'm just glad I was able to be a part of it. Y'all appreciate y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all my girls. So.
Thank you, Tim.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Deuces.
Bye.